Alright, so eyes up front. Okay. Down on the left-hand side it says cubes. It's kind of hard to read, but those are problem-solving strategies. So if you have a hard time solving word problems, which I always did growing up, if I'm being honest with you, anytime I saw them on a test, I would skip it, and I just knew I was going to lose those points because I didn't ever want to do it. So, these are good strategies that my teacher never showed me. If you circle the numbers, you kind of know what you're looking for. If you underline the question, you know what answer you're looking for, and that will help you figure out what the units of your answer are. Box any keywords so they stand out. Evaluate, how are you going to solve this? What kind of equation are you going to set up? And then S is to solve, check, and label. So, number 1, a rectangular pool. That's definitely important. It's twice as long as it is wide. What are the dimensions of the pool? If the perimeter, that's important, it's 55.2 meters. So, I know my pool is rectangular. I know I'm looking for the dimensions. I know it's twice as long as it is wide, and the perimeter is 55.2 meters. When I read this, I think to myself, I wonder what this pool looks like. Let me draw a picture. So here's a pool. It's twice as long as it is wide. So on my pool, here's the width, here's the length. And what do you know about the length? It's twice as long as the width. So this part is twice whatever the width is. So I've set up a rectangle. I know what my dimensions kind of are. And I also know that my perimeter is 55.2 meters. How do you find the perimeter of any shape? Go ahead.
You add up all the sides.
Add up all the sides. So, we are adding 4 sides. One side is W. What's the next side? 2W. What's the next side? And what's the last side?
2W.
And when I add up all the sides, what number should I get? Okay. So this is an equation. I add up all the sides, I get 55.2 as my answer. Now, if I add these, this is going to be 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2, and those are all the W's. So when we combine our like terms, how many W's are there? 6. And how do I find out what the width is?
Divide both sides by 6.
Divide both sides by 6, and what is the width?
9.2.
Okay. If the width is 9.2, and I know this length is twice the width, what's the length?
18.4.
And what are my units? Meters. M for meters. Alright, next one. Blockbuster charges a monthly membership fee of $15.29 and $2.99 for each DVD purchased. If a customer's bill for the month was $39.17, how many DVDs did the customer purchase? Now, first, ask yourself, what is the question that you are trying to solve? How many DVDs did they purchase? What's a variable that could represent that? D for DVDs. Okay. Now, I know that my monthly membership fee is going to be $15.25. And each DVD I purchase is going to be $2.99. And my bill is going to be $39.17. So, the bill will be equal to the fee plus $2.99 for each DVD. So, how much is my bill?
$37.39.
And how much is my membership fee? Okay, and $2.99 for each DVD. How would I say it's for each one?
F-E-D.
D. $2.99 times however many DVDs we buy. Alright, if you solve this, you would subtract $15.25 from both sides. Divide both sides by $2.99, and you would get that.
I got that a different way, but I still got the same answer.
Okay. You have to be able to set up an equation. Okay, if you did this a different way, that is more than okay. On your test, you have to be able to set up an equation. Because on your test, it's a two-part question. One is whether or not you can do the equation. The other is whether or not you can solve that equation. Okay, number 2. Costco charges a monthly fee of $12.25 and sells gasoline for $1.95 per gallon. Exxon sells gasoline for $2.80 per gallon and charges no fee. How many gallons of gasoline would you have to buy in 1 month to spend the same amount at either store? So we want our gas at Costco to be the same as the gas at Exxon. I know at Costco I have the special monthly fee and I have to pay $1.95 for each gallon. How do I say that's for each gallon? G. So G will be the number of gallons.
How do you know how many gallons you need?
We don't know. It says, how many gallons do you need? So that's the question we're looking for, is how many gallons we need, and I don't know the answer yet. That's why I'm using a variable. When you go to Exxon, according to this problem, how much do you have to pay for gas there? $2.80.
How much is it?
Do you just pay $2.80, or is it for every gallon you buy? For every gallon you buy, so make sure we multiply times G. Yeah, it's cheap. Okay, now, we have variables on both sides of this. How do you get variables on the same side?
Subtract one variable from another.
Subtract! These variables cancel. 12.25 equals, what's 280 minus 1.95? Okay? And how do I get G by itself? By? Okay. And what is 12.25 divided by 0.85? 14 point. Okay. So, at 14.41 gallons, these two locations will be the same. If you're buying 2 gallons of gas, should you go to Exxon or should you go to Costco? If you're buying less than this, only 2 gallons, is Exxon going to be cheaper or will Costco be cheaper?
Costco, depending on if you buy the money.
If you don't buy gas at all, if you buy 0 gallons of gas, is Costco cheaper or Exxon?
Exxon. They're the same.
Exxon. So if you're only buying 2 gallons, something less than this, should you go to Exxon or Costco? Exxon. So anything lower than this, you want to go to Exxon because you don't have that extra fee. If you were to buy 100 gallons of gas, should you go to Costco or Exxon? Costco, because the price is smaller per gallon. You just have to pay a little bit extra every month. So the more gas you buy, Costco's more worth it. Okay. Last one. 2 friends agree to rent an apartment. Mickey has a master bedroom. He's going to pay 1.3 times what Goofy pays for a smaller bedroom. If the total rent is $12.25, how much will Mickey and Goofy pay for their share of the rent? So I want to know what each person pays. I know that there are two friends here, and Mickey's going to pay 1.3 times what Goofy pays because he has more space. So, whatever Mickey pays plus whatever Goofy pays equals what?
The rent.
The rent. And what's the rent?
$12.25.
Okay. And what is Mickey paying? Okay. So Mickey's share of the rent will be 1.3 times what? Okay. So Mickey's share plus Goofy's share equals $12.25. Now, what is 1.3G plus G? How do I combine these like terms? 1.3 plus 1. 2.3G equals? What does it equal?
25.
$12.25.
And how do I find out what Goofy pays? What's my last step?
3.3.
And what does G equal?
532.
Point?
Point.
Okay?
60.
If Goofy is paying 532.6, how am I going to find out what Mickey pays?
Subtract 532.6 minus 12.25.
Okay, 12.25 minus 532.6. And how much does Mickey pay? 692.4. Okay? So this is your answer. This question, I'm pretty sure, is on your test. It only asks for Mickey's share, I think, so you have to do this extra step. It's testing to make sure you understand what your answer means. The other question on your test will be like this one. I think it's comparing, like, prices of a birthday party at laser tag or something.
Oh, laser tag!